Hello, my lovely 18. So today we are going to be jumping in finally to SB19's story with Casual Chuck. He has taken his precious time in making all of these, so I just want to start off by saying thank you so much, Chuck. That is incredible that you've sat down and just made all of these videos. I sincerely appreciate it for new fans like me. So yeah, you guys asked me to react to this because it's obviously SB19's story and it'll help me out so much. And I also read a comment from someone that said these videos actually made someone fall completely in love with SB19, so that makes me very happy. So I will be doing 3 in the video, so I'll react to 1, 2 and 3, and then 4 and 5 will be in the next video. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. Check out my other SB19 reactions, and I've reacted to Pablo's solo stuff, Justin's stuff, Philippe's solo stuff. It is on my Patreon because it got blocked, and I also reacted to some stage performances from SB19. They are also on my Patreon. My Patreon link is below. If you are new here and like what you see from me, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, turn on notifications to stay notified for when I upload. And yeah, let's go. Also, again, I really want to say a sincere thank you so much to all the love that I've received from you guys. Like, the reactions from you guys has been nothing but lovely and supportive, and I sincerely appreciate it. A couple of people have also pointed out how observant I am when it comes to the boys, and I really appreciate that because I am usually an observant person. Yeah, I really appreciate that people pointed that out. It really warmed my heart. Also, guys, this might be ridiculous, but I do just want to say I have a fringe, but just lately I cannot be bothered to style my hair. I've been wearing a beanie for my reactions and it makes me just feel better. Like, usually I don't wear beanies and I just I just style my hair differently. Lately I just can't be bothered, so I've been wearing a beanie. Okay, let's go.
Disclaimer, this video is only based on my personal research. I might miss some details and it's possible to have discrepancies, but I did my best to get as much accurate information as possible. So enjoy.
That's okay, Chuck. 2016.
This is called Triple, a group of talented performers and comedians from Korea you've probably never heard of. They were formed back in 1994 when the word K-pop hasn't even been invented. In 2002, one of the members made the biggest mistake of his life, which will change the entire course of P-pop history.
Wow.
Do you remember this song?
Oh.
It all started with this man, Jong Song-han. When he left the trio in 2002 to become an entrepreneur, Cult Triple became Cult 2. Most of their fans definitely thought that Song-han's decision was a huge mistake.
Can I just say, as a person that is autistic and dyslexic, I really appreciate Chuck narrating. It makes me feel so much better when people narrate stuff and I don't have to read it for myself. I hope that makes sense, but I just really prefer it when people do that, so this is just my personal thing, but thank you, Chuck.
Because the remaining members started racking up different awards in the entertainment industry. If he only stuck around, he would have gotten those awards too. But this man's decision was final. He used all of his savings to build an event organizing company called ShowBT Entertainment. Yep, I'm talking about Tatang Robin. Tatang noticed how passionate Filipino fans were during the rise of K-pop, so he wanted to organize K-pop concerts and events that promote Korean and Filipino culture.
Whoa.
To make that happen, he needed entertainers, a group of young people that would be part of the package of their service as an event organizer. We are talking about people who can do dancing, singing, and even act as servants like waiting tables and assisting guests. So he held an audition and hundreds of young talents applied. 30 of them passed as trainees. They were then called Nara, which in Korean means country and is the national tree of the Philippines. They went to multiple events together, including the fan meeting event of the K-pop group called Off-Road. After numerous events, Tatang Robin saw something special when it comes to Filipino talent. He realized that some of his trainees were far too talented to just end up as small-time performers. So he decided to launch the first P-pop boy group that underwent strict Korean-type training. Out of the 30 trainees, only few have made it. Jan Paulo Nace. He always wanted to be a performer. As a young dreamer, he joined several competitions as a soloist and also a member of the K-pop dance cover group called PHP.
Whoa.
As a trainee, he was the guy who shows up early and leaves late despite juggling a full-time job as a data analyst to provide for his family.
I reacted to that on Patreon.
He was the first one selected due to his undeniable diligence and leadership qualities. He is known to have critically acclaimed songwriting ability, a badass rapper, and was often dubbed as a genius, but he consistently denied it because he claimed to be just a hard worker. This made him the destined leader of the group. He debuted with the name Sejun, but later changed his name to Pablo.
Wow!
Now that a methodical leader is chosen, they needed more members. Tatang Robin just got a genius composer in Pablo, so they needed someone who can dance, and this next guy is exactly that, and even more. Stelvester Ahero. He was only 16 when he started competing as a dancer while studying. He was a born winner despite growing up as a bullied kid. He made performing his escape from the harsh reality of the world. He did a great
Who bullied my style? I will fucking fight you. I hate that.
job channeling the negative aspect of his life and converting it by winning multiple K-pop dance cover competitions with his group Saeon.
Hell yeah.
He is also a hard worker. He was teaching dance to kids while competing. There was a point when he worked too hard that it threatened his life due to poor health. He is a very skilled choreographer. In fact, he's the main culprit behind most of SB19's snappy and amazingly synchronized dance routines.
Of course.
But little did they know that dancing wasn't even his only talent. He easily became the main heavenly voice of the group because his vocals were just out of this world.
Yeah.
He debuted as Stel, the main vocalist, the lead dancer, and choreographer of the group.
My boy!
Josh Cullen Santos became homeless at the age of 16 and it was his decision. He's had the worst childhood among the other members. From growing up in a toxic environment to being physically abused as a kid by their nanny.
No.
At an early age, he witnessed what it feels like to be a member of a middle-class family that went rock bottom in just a matter of months. He experienced getting evicted from apartments to smaller rooms. It came to a point when his family had nothing to eat but ketchup and salt. They had no permanent address. Because of that, Josh and his sister dropped out of school multiple times, so they got bullied at school for being repeaters. Sometimes he would get into fistfights for defending her. Josh had enough of this, so he took matters into his own hands by leaving. He became independent and started working as an internet cafe attendant. Using his own income, he took the alternative learning system and was able to finish his high school degree. He clearly had no background in performing. Not until he met new friends from the dance community, which led to him meeting Stel and Saeon.
Oh wow.
They became co-members and went on to win numerous K-pop dance cover competitions all over Asia.
Wow.
They even met BTS during one of their winning runs in Korea.
Shut the fuck up! Oh my god! What? Yo! As a BTS own? Are you kidding me? That's crazy!
Josh was saved by Stel after trying so hard to save himself. and it paid off because after training, Josh ended up debuting as the lead rapper and dancer of the group.
Wow. Justin
the Dios didn't have to audition. Apparently, he was a very good-looking guy that when he joined a talent workshop as a teenager, ShowBT immediately took notice and offered him to become a trainee to improve his singing and dancing skills. He was one of the late joiners, and when he did, he immediately saw a familiar face in Josh.
You look familiar.
Apparently, the two had a stint in performing together in a K-pop dance cover group called Zero to Hero.
Hey, welcome to my world, let's do this.
That's crazy.
So Justin as well wasn't new in the world of performing. He auditioned to be a part of the televised Pinoy boy band Superstar show, but he didn't even make it to the live auditions. Perhaps it was fate. He didn't have great singing skills at the time. It was only when he became a trainee that he improved astoundingly in the vocal department. He went on to finish his college degree in multimedia arts while training, which earned him a skill in filmmaking. He then got selected to debut as the main visual, the sub-vocalist, and the creative director of the group.
Damn.
He was the would-be director behind the record-breaking P-pop music video, What? And more.
Really?
But that's a story for another video. At this point, ShowBT seemed to have completed the group. 4 members in a P-pop group, a nice even number. 2 rappers and 2 vocalists.
But Philippe,
They were perfectly balanced, but they felt like something was missing. Perhaps someone was missing. Someone who could take this already great group of guys and push them to achieve the next level, the extraordinary level. Someone so naturally gifted that he could stand out in the presence of the already talented group of young artists. This venture that Tatang Robin took needed an apex, so he started the online auditions. When Josh heard about it, he was like, I know a guy.
wow.
Philip John Suson is such a specimen. He was so naturally gifted that excelling in sports looked like a walk in the park for him. He grew up in the church under the care of his grandparents. He was an artistic kid, so he was active as an editorial cartoonist in school. Nobody taught him to play musical instruments. He taught himself by just listening to the music, so he ended up becoming a southpaw guitarist, but he later fixed it as he learned more. He didn't even know that he could dance until he was forced to in order to get good grades during their school intrams. After discovering dance, he transformed from a guy who didn't know it to someone who can fly. Because of his raw talent, he ended up teaching dance to the entire school and continued on to form a K-pop dance cover group called Amigo 7. Apparently, his group gave Josh's group so much trouble during their early competitions because they were very good rivals. So he decided to recruit him. But Philip was hundreds of islands away and didn't have the money. What did Josh do? He shelled out for his plane ticket.
No.
With nothing else to lose, Philip went and left his previous life in the countryside. He then trained with the boys and officially debuted with them as Ken, the main dancer, the bass vocalist, and the lead rapper of the group.
That
One
is
thing
so
to note
lovely
is that
of
they were an
Josh.
unlikely bunch because they wouldn't have met each other if Tatang Robin stayed with his already successful group in Korea.
That's crazy.
Justin failed his first audition, so he didn't even bother to audition again because he thought he wasn't ready. And Josh wouldn't have attempted to recruit Ken if ShowBT's training program didn't even exist.
Wow.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
When a small and seemingly insignificant occurrence has a rippling effect through time, leading to a consequential event sometime long after the initial event, or as Google would put it, a phenomenon whereby a minute localized change in a complex system can have a large effects elsewhere. Tatang Robin's so-called mistake back in 2002 led to forming the future P-pop Kings. In 2018, SB19 was formed. The name of the group was carefully picked. The number 19 is the sum of Korea and the Philippines area code digits 82 and 63. So 8 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3 is 19. SB doesn't only mean ShowBT. It is all about their ultimate goal for Pinoy sound to break into the music industry, which is fearlessly represented by this praise. Soundbreak.
Goosebumps! Wow. That is actually crazy. Like, legit finding out the meaning behind SB19's name gave me goosebumps. And that story already is... I don't... Wow. I am so invested.
Disclaimer, this video is only based on my personal research. I might miss some details and it's possible to have discrepancies, but I did my best to get as much accurate information as possible, so enjoy. Just a quick correction to episode 1, Josh didn't only recruit Ken but also Justin. Josh told Justin about the workshop, which gave him the opportunity to become a ShowBT trainee. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the video.
Get in the zone.
Everyone has that one thing that makes them feel good about themselves. Like they're in control. Everything else could be going completely haywire.
Ano ba yan, Stel? Ano ba yung ayos mo yan? Talagang style yan?
The world is completely falling apart around you.
Sana makita ng tao kung gaano kami naghihirap.
But when you're doing that one thing, life is wonderful. And that makes everything worth it.
Yeah, it does.
몬테로 씨, 검사 결과가 나왔습니다.
임신인가요?
아니요, 임신은 아닙니다.
Then why do I feel weak lately?
Mrs. Montero, you are HIV positive.
Addie Hong. She could have easily become a popular celebrity in the Philippines. Back in Korea, she was a well-established theater actress, a vocal, dance, and beauty coach, a one-woman show. But instead, she chose to use her experience to guide and nurture the boys to reach their highest potential. Along with Tatang Robin, she was also one of the main reasons why SB19 is where they are now. She is popularly known as Miss Hongganda, and we will see her often in this video. Before SB19's debut, they tried to establish an online presence. So on May 16, 2018, they created their Facebook page. This could possibly be the unofficial date they were formed. They started posting song covers like these.
Send me your location, let's focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through, yeah. I hope he buys you flowers.
Oh, wow.
Hold your hand.
And dance covers like these.
Lean with it, down with
Oh.
it. Don't fuck now, stab with it. Nay, then you stop.
They became more
Stop it, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I can't deal with SB19 and like BTS. Also, someone who pointed out to me, they was like, well, I think you come from a dance background. I do. I have been dancing ever since I was a kid, but I didn't really have anybody teaching me. I was teaching myself. First started off with Michael Jackson. He is one of my biggest inspirations. I started like just sitting down for hours, weeks, just watching Michael Jackson stuff. And I was probably like 5. And there's a certain standing pose that Michael does that I taught myself how to do in just 2 weeks. I just did it all by myself. Obviously, I've had ups and downs, like massively. I tried to take dancing in school, but I got bullied, so I dropped my classes. And then when I came out of school, I kind of stopped dancing for a while. And then I just started like working with a famous rock band who are still together to this day. Their names are Black Veil Brides. I worked for them for a long time and I was going to college, so I kind of just stopped dancing. And then I got introduced to BTS in 2017 by my older sister. And they actually are the reason why I found a passion for dancing again. And I started teaching myself their choreo. And I taught myself Black Swan on, and it was really hard. Because I had no one and I was just watching like their videos, and my god, I would be there for hours. Like literally I stayed awake for a whole night and day, and it would just take me so long. I'm such a perfectionist as well, and like that's gotten worse as I've gotten older, and if I'm not up to my standards, I'll keep practicing. Yeah, I still have ways to go, but I'm still dancing now. My life hit a massive stop and I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I felt really lost. I was in a toxic relationship. I got cheated on and it was awful, and I just didn't know what I was doing. Like I was miserable, and I felt just at my one of my lowest. And the thing that got me through it was BTS. And if I didn't have them, I don't know what would have come about with me. So yeah, BTS mean everything to me, and they still do. I have a tattoo of them. I decided like enough is enough. I'm going to do my dreams. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to love myself. So I broke up with my ex, attended a dance class, and I started finding joy. And then I started doing reactions to K-pop, because like I always covered BTS on this YouTube channel. I didn't have any other K-pop groups, I just had BTS. But on the 2nd of May 2022, I decided to jump into more K-pop groups, because I'm always a person that likes giving bands and groups a chance, like a shot. I wanted to expand, because as I said, music has been around me my entire life. Like I've literally started listening to music ever since I was like 2 years old, and obviously started dancing a couple of years later. But I love every genre and style. Like it really doesn't matter. Like sure, there are some things that I won't listen to. 99% of the time I do like a lot of styles and genres. On the 2nd of May 2022, I got recommended Stray Kids, and my whole life completely changed for the better. Everybody started coming in, and I've always been a person that has always wanted to find my people and like people that understand me. And finally I did, and a community got birthed. And I didn't know that I could love a group so much as I do with BTS. At this moment in time, I have 3 alt groups, which is BTS, Stray Kids, and ATEEZ. But as time went on, in the whole of 2022, my entire content got taken up with Stray Kids. And my journey with Stray Kids is so special to me, and I've seen them twice now, and I'm about to see them for the 3rd time. They also sparked another passion inside of me to dance as well, and I was teaching myself their choreography too. And same with ATEEZ. Like when I found out about their stories, because of course every band that you see has a story, like what we're doing with SB19. And I hate to think that they struggled so much. When I found out about like ATEEZ's story, Stray Kids' story, like ATEEZ San didn't have any dance experience whatsoever. And even in BTS, Jin literally got picked up on the street exactly like Justin, and Jin had no dance experience, no singing experience before he joined BTS, but obviously when he was training in BTS he did learn how to dance and sing, and now look at them. Like it's fucking insane. And the same with SB19, look at them now, and that just proves how talented they are. Like as another thing as well, I have freckles, but obviously I wear makeup, not all the time, like literally half, it's 90% of the time in my videos I'm barefaced, but lately I've just been feeling like wearing makeup. But I do have freckles. I got bullied for them to the point where I hated them. I wish I didn't have them. And my knees, which is a really odd thing when you look about it now, because you're like, knees, they're knees. I went my whole life ashamed of having freckles until I found Stray Kids. One of their members, Lee Felix, he is an absolutely stunning man inside and out. I have never seen a community or like a fandom love someone's freckles so much. Stays, their fandom, Stays absolutely adore Felix's freckles, and with good reason. And once I obviously talked about my freckles, the fandom Stays started loving mine and embracing mine. I can't explain how that made me feel, because it was such a shock for someone that has been just bullied for having freckles to now having so many people love them and like embrace them, compliment them. And once I heard about Felix's story as well, because Felix got bullied for them and he used to sit at the mirror and try and rub them off, which broke my heart. Once I heard about that, it really inspired me to want to love mine, because he loves his now. But back then, it really inspired me. And now, almost 2 years later, I love my freckles and I embrace them and I'm happy with them. I don't know if they show up on camera, but I can put a photo in of my natural freckles. But yeah, I love them now. But yeah, sorry, I went on a massive rant about my story.
Active in social media while maintaining the regular performances in small events. They did this until it was almost time for their debut.
Wow.
We have good news for you guys. Kasi after the very, very long wait, finally, yes, finally, we will be releasing our debut single entitled Tila Luha!
October 26, 2018. SB19 finally debuted with their ballad single called Tila Luha. But did you know that it wasn't the only song that they had at the time? They also had Love Goes, but they chose to debut with Tila Luha to capture the hearts of the Filipino people because the lyrics are in Tagalog. They then started promoting their debut song in every way they could think of. November 17, 2018 marked SB19's first ever livestream to promote their debut single.
Magsimulan natin ang first SB Talent Camp Facebook Live.
Pasok!
Three.
Aww.
Let's wait for 10 na lang. 10 viewers.
Despite the very few viewers, they went all out to entertain them.
여러분, 저는 너무 배고파요.
Height is already good. Oh, wait.
Oh my god.
Sa wakas, dumating na rin ang oras na aking pinakahihintay. Matagal-tagal na rin nagsaray. Sige lang, sige, hano para bang wala pang angabang na darama. Bigay mo na, machine gun, ratata.
Go on, Pablo!
Ladies and gentlemen, among the SB19 is a chic member.
Yup, they did all that in front of just a little over 10 viewers.
Aww.
You can still watch the whole live stream to this day on their official Facebook page. They also perform in schools, malls, nursing homes, and even orphanages, but their debut only received a lukewarm reception. The stream count didn't move as fast as they have hoped for. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. But their grind continued. After the disappointing debut, they started preparing for a comeback.
Today, nandito kami sa recording studio. Nagre-record kami ng kanta namin. Ito mismo yung parang kwento ng SB19.
Yung lyrics mismo ng song namin is about pangarap ng SB19. Kung paano nagsimula yung lahat. Ito po talaga yung kantang gugulat sa lahat.
They collaborated with a critically acclaimed Korean producer, Oh-Woon Lee, who's behind the success of TVXQ and Stray Kids. Pablo, with the help of the boys, wrote the song as they began to enter the go-up era. They started practicing their go-up dance routine, which was intricately choreographed by Stel and Ken. They were required to practice 30 times daily until they reached 1,000 reps.
Wow.
And boy, they did it. They were even challenged to perform the dance routine at double speed.
Wow.
Yep, that was not even in fast forward. Now that they have reached the quota, it was time for them to shoot the music video.
Wow.
July 19, 2019. SB19 dropped their Go Up music video. Expectations were higher because this was the song that showcased their singing, dancing, and songwriting skills. But for some reason, it has also met a lukewarm reception. They then started promoting the song using the methods they know. They even reacted to their own music video. But none of their efforts made a significant impact. After that, you would think that it was the biggest setback. But not until August 17, 2019. This was when the Go Up press conference happened. This was supposed to be an effort for them to establish a presence in the media world. They were interviewed by professional journalists, but instead of receiving a warm welcome, most of what they got was straight up disrespect.
No way.
Pero kanina pa ako bothered. Ano ba yan, Stel? Ano ba yung ayos mo yan? Talagang style yan o ano? Hindi lang ginawang Stel
Yung style ko po ba o yung name ko? Kasi po, clear ko po, yung name ko po, Stel. Kasi po galing po siya, yung full name ko po is Stel Bester po. Ako, Stel Bester po. Opo, kasi po yung mama ko po, idol niya po si Sylvester Stallone. Kaya doon niya po pinasa yung name ko po. Tapos po, yung style ko naman po ngayon, actually po, hindi ko po alam eh. Kumbaga, kung ano lang po yung naisip ko, ito yung sukat ko, sige, ganito na nga lang yung buhok ko, parang ganito po, yun na lang po yung inaisip ko. Pero wala po.
So lahat kayo straight?
Opo. Pero may kulot po. May kulot po. Ako lang. Kung sakali mo kung kulot talaga ako, wala.
Yeah, exactly.
Di ba, siguro nilawin ko lang po yung Estel. Kasi po, madalas po siya iba. Kasi mas matagal na po kami magkaibigan. Close din po kasi siya madalas sa mga babae. So siguro po, baka po akalain nyo medyo weird po yung
Kasi kung make-up siya ngayon, no? Parang bakla talaga.
Ay. Bali po, Stel sa umaga, Stel sa gabi. Hindi, joke lang po. Pero yun nga po, ganun lang po siguro, parang medyo meron lang po siya ibang parang manners na girly, pero hindi po, wala pong ganun sa akin.
Na-clear na kanina about sa bading issue. Kasi sabi nyo kanina, may mga pa-holding yan sa kaya.
You're not bothered by the fact that you sound like...
I can't watch this. No, this is fucking me off. No fucking way. How dare you? What the heck? What the fuck? Does it matter to you if they're gay or straight or bi? The fuck? Get out of here, you fucking wank. Nah, that made me pissed now. And really? You sound like a Korean grip. Shut the fuck up!
Hindi kayo napapakalat sa tunog nyo na hindi kayo Pilipino, kundi Korean.
Hindi po kami nababother kasi po,
Sa totoo lang, kasi ako partner na po.
Why?
Despite all the judgment, they handled the interview professionally.
Yeah, they did.
As the event concluded, the boys broke down to tears backstage and comforted each other. Perhaps they're just human beings, and the thick skin they develop all throughout those years can only take so much punishment, especially when it went straight to their hearts. They all broke down.
No.
This made them question themselves if they were still doing the right thing. It casted so much doubt that it made them all decide to call it quits. Everyone left, except Stel. He received the most hate, but he was the one left standing. Perhaps he was a good example of someone who has entered the zone. Someone who managed to tap into the altered state of consciousness where time disappears and he becomes so focused that not even judgment could stop him from doing what he loves. But he knew for a fact that he can never do it alone. And there he was, alone. But only for a moment. Josh had a realization to not give up because people have not seen everything yet. This prompted the other members to return and witness their lives change in just one fateful day when their Go Up dance practice got uploaded on YouTube on September 2, 2019. It quickly went viral, which opened a lot of doors for SB19 to have TV guestings and live performances.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Okay. Sige. Oo, dyan lang kayo.
Ang galing namin! Introduce yourself.
Get in the zone, break!
Hi,
Hi, we are SB19.
My name is Mike Spice Kita. I am the wittiest ABS-CBN.
As the world started to notice them, their YouTube channel grew exponentially.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Their dance practice video reached 1 million views in just a week, then 2 million a month later.
Wow!
Wait a minute, who's Arum? November 2, 2019.
So for the final announcement of the fandom name, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da!
18. What's mean?
Una-una sa lahat, pag pinakita mo siya, 18 siya, di ba? 18. So kasi kami, SB19, 18, 19.
Oh my god.
So if there's no 18, then also there's no SB19.
Yes. Kasi kumbaga, syempre, 18 muna bago natin, 17, 18, 19. Pag walang 18, hindi makakarating sa 19.
Another means.
Another meaning. So if you're going to read this, 18, it could also be read as atin. So, all the success, all the lahat ng natatamo natin ngayon, atin to, ours. Everything is ours. Hindi lang sa amin, kundi sa inyo rin. Atin. Everyone. Atin.
Kumbaga, represent Filipino.
Kumbaga, yung dreams natin, pangarap, problems, everything, we will share together. Atin yan, lalaban tayo, kaya natin yan natin. Lastly, gusto talaga namin i-special mention yung Orum sa lahat-lahat. Kasi sa totoo lang, talagang sila yung unang sumuporta sa amin nung hindi pa nila, wala pang nakakilala sa amin sa grupo namin. Kaya thankful kami. Kaya nakahiwalay yan, A, ibig sabihin yan, Orum. Orum and SB19. Orum and SB19. Sana po masaya po kayo sa lahat sa fandom na nagawa po ng grupo namin. And katulad nga po, 18, atin, sama-sama tayong aangat. We will go up.
Yeah!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is when 18 was born. So what does it mean to be in the zone? Was it really only Stell that entered it? If you think about it, even before the other members decided to quit, they were already done with the dance practice. That alone made the press conference irrelevant. It didn't even matter that it happened. It turned out that actually all of them have always been in the zone. Being in the zone is what allowed them to defy all the odds. It was the zone that allowed a 5-foot man in the NBA. It was the zone that allowed a man living in the streets to rise up and become a billionaire. It was the zone that took an idea from someone's head to the moon. It was the zone that won wars, and lack of it had lost. It is the zone that separates their ideas and dreams from a materialistic reality. Manny, Efren, Catriona, SB19. What do they have in common?
That is actually crazy. But seriously, fuck that conference. I'm so sorry that SB19 went through that. But man, that story was heartbreaking. I'm so glad they got back together. Because like I said before, the world needs SB19. Like I literally have said that in my reactions. They are so incredible. I have a feeling this is going to completely make me stay in this for life.
Would you believe me if I said that SB19 would be successful if I met them 3 years ago? You'd probably think I'm cheating because I'm talking from the present, and your past self would never believe me because I might have only seen them as a trying hard boy group who had to wear the same clothes over and over and over and over again because they couldn't afford a nice variety. But what if despite all this, they already knew what's gonna happen?
Itong mga to, sigurado ako in the future, magiging successful kami.
They knew their destiny. Pablo's username reads, I'm Seasmite. A random fan asked, why? He answered, It also means seismic, like Earth's vibrations. It's something big and important, so when I seize the mic, I create this impact, like an earthquake. And when an earthquake happens, you know what's next after that? Are you sure you don't know? Do you actually want me to spell it out to you?
Yes.
Okay, let me show you.
Dude.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2,
Yeah, that's Pablo. If you're new here, you're probably wondering how he ended up there. This is called triple.
Get in the zone! Break!
Finally, they were starting to go up. They were very young. This was the time when they were still trying to figure out their musical identity. Enter the Get in the Zone album. Just check out the level of variety.
Yeah, we gonna go up. Ibibigay ko ang aking puso at kaya.
I need to check out this in reactions. Like, oh my gosh, I need to look at their debut and this album. Also, guys, I will be back tomorrow with 4 or 5, and I think there is a 6 now, but please correct me if I'm wrong. But right now, for me, right now, it is 5:55 in the UK, and it's starting to get late. So this is all I think I'll be able to get to today. But again, I just want to seriously say thank you so much to Chuck for doing this, because the amount of work he's put into this to help new fans, I just really appreciate it. You are incredible, dude. Thank you.
Ang mundo ay mag-iba. Huwag mong ikunot ang iyong noo. Nariyan ang kaibigan mo.
Like, I'm not kidding you. SB19 style is my style. Like, it's right up my alley, and I'm not going to lie, if I was aware about SB19 back then, I would have 100% have been a fan since the beginning.
It was definitely a mix of everything.
Yeah.
The bashers immediately saw this as a weakness. They were seen as a group who didn't know what they were doing.
What?
Despite all the hate, 18 didn't get affected as they started to get to know the boys on a deeper level. We got to know their fun side.
Si Ken naman po, nung na-meet ko to dati sa cover group, parang sabi ko, feeling ko mayabang to, parang ganun po. Mayabang to. Oh, tumbling-tumbling ka pa dyan, ganun. Tumbling-tumbling pa to.
Uy, just mental step.
Parang lagi siyang may sariling mundo, hindi po siya belong sa amin.
Tinanong siya ng teacher namin, sa tingin mo sino pinakamagaling sumayaw? Ako! Sabi niya po.
Ikaw, me, ako po, sinabi ko po talaga.
Ay, confident ka naman, bakit
Yes
hindi,
po,
di ba?
ang galing ko po talaga.
Si Justin po, una ko nakita to. Oh, pogi. Siguro mayabang to.
Si Justin naman po, nung una ko po siyang nakita, sabi ko, typical guy. Parang gano'n. Sorry!
Si Justin po, parang pure, parang innocent. Pero nung nalaman ko, hindi.
He does! He's like a little gumdrop.
Si Style, sobrang friendly po. Siya po yung happy pill namin.
Di ko alam na siya pala yung main vocal po kasi akala ko magaling na talaga siya sumayaw. First impression ko po kay Josh, mabait po siya na mayabang po na dating.
Ayun.
Tinatry niya lang maging maangas pero deep inside hindi talaga.
Softy pala, softy.
Kasi June, akala ko po hindi siya yung leader.
Nung una, ang weird niya po, nagsasalita mag-isa.
I'll talk to myself.
Bigla siya nagagano. Show. Isang tabi po, nakatayo siya sa gilid. Tapos may training kami, tapos biglang gagano. Tapos biglang gagano. Gagano po siya sa gilid. Sabi ko, ano ginagawa na? Nagre-ritual ba ito sa gilid?
We also got to know their internal battles.
Due to all of our families, especially to our parents, and sa mama ko, sa kapatid ko.
Oh, John.
Thank you, as lagi niyo po sinusuporta. Kahit sobrang hilig ko sa buhay, hindi ako sigurado mo din pinapasok ko. Pero nandiyan lang yung para sa akin. Thank you.
Oh, Josh.
Sa apat na to. Gusto mo masarap sa akin na kasi dito namin iwan. So, may nangyari na dati na hindi ka lang magkahiwalay ng grupo pero bumalik sila kasi hindi nila ako iwan. Parang
I agree with that clap.
Gusto ko mag-thank you sa bawat members kasi sila yung pinaka-unang hindi sila yung lagi naniniwala sa akin. Pag hindi ko na kaya, sila yung nagtulong sa akin na ako kasi suko. Yan, si Sergio, si Justin, si Ken, si Josh, lahat by ShowBT. I love you so much. Since na nakasalamatan ako nila lahat, maraming po pasalamat si Sir Robin for building this. Kung wala si Sir Robin, hindi kami mabibuild. Walang ShowBT, walang show na to, wala kayo dito. It's because of Sir Robin.
And just like that, SB19 got us into their zone. So back to the album. As unique as each of the songs was, all 7 of them managed to reach the #1 spot of Billboard's Lyric Fine Global chart.
Wow.
It's still insane thinking about it today. And they weren't done. They also appeared in Billboard's top Social 50, peaking at #3.
Wow.
Or so they thought.
No?
And aside from that, eto nagbabasa rin ako ng mga comments naman sa ating comment section. Kasi di ba yung last na pinost ninyo is #3 kayo sa Billboard Social 50. Pero ngayon, #2 na kayo. Guys! Oh,
what?
At Billboard Social 50, may mga nagko-comment dito. And #6 na kayo. #7, di ba, nung last yung pinost? #6 na.
Oh my gosh!
Congratulations!
Yo,
Oh, di ba?
They couldn't believe it. Stel ended up forgetting that he was in a live interview because he had to check it himself. Yep, it's real.
Oh.
September 1st, 2020, a well-known artist canceled an Instagram live interview with MTV scheduled for the next day. So MTV host Kevin Kinney invited SB19 on a short notice to fill in. An opportunity knocked, they answered.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who wants to go first?
For me, I like to collaborate with Mr. Bruno Mars.
2 weeks later, Kevin made a bold prediction.
We ask a lot of people for interviews. A lot of people that you want us to interview, we take it very seriously and we reach out. Some people, you'd be amazed, don't have the time of day, can't find the time, can't do it. Oh, you know, that's tough. Okay, no harm, no foul. Then there's the people that are like, name the time, name the place we're there. SB19 did that at 9 p.m. They'd never done an Instagram Live before. They didn't know if they could be together. They made it a point to not only be together at 9 p.m. because they knew that was the only time that it worked for this US-based host.
Aww.
That type of work ethic is going to take them very far in the music industry.
Yeah.
I'm also very good at predicting music, okay? Right? I'm like the MTV push of hosts. The same way that MTV knows how to pick winners, I know how to pick winners. I said on this very after show, SB19 are going to be big stars.
My mom said that.
Live.
Legitimately, my mother said that in 2023 when I started reacting to them, and I was like, Mom, you need to check these guys out. And when I showed her Gento, she was like, these guys are gonna go very far. And I was like, okay, Mom.
I've said it to you in private, Caitlin. I've said it to Banjo, you know, he didn't say anything back. SB19 are gonna be big stars. They have it. Charismatic.
Yes.
They're hardworking.
I completely agree.
Is September 18th, 2020, when I'm saying this, okay? I want somebody to post this on September 18th, 2021, and you can see how right I am because of how much larger and more well-known SB19 will be a year from this date right here.
Because, like, put it this way, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Chuck. Like, you guys may or may not understand, but The Gento challenge was huge in the K-pop industry. Like, all of my favorites were doing it. Like, they really blew up. And I feel like this is just the beginning, and they deserve it.
When 2021 started, he reminded people about what's to come.
4 years into my career, I've seen some people come and go, and I've seen some journeys, and you can spot things, right? You can notice trends, you can notice similarities. SB19 right now, and the lock that 18 has on the voting week in and week out, and seeing them rise up the social 50 chart over at Billboard, it's very akin, it's very similar to what was going on with BTS 2017.
Yes! Yes!
Now, I hope SB19 can reach those heights. I'm rooting for them. Those guys are awesome guys and hard-working guys. I've interviewed them after like incredibly 10-hour plus work days of rehearsal and choreography practice.
Because that was literally what I was thinking, and I didn't want to bring it up, but literally that was the exact same thing with BTS. For me, at least in my city where I'm from, there weren't a lot of K-pop fans to my knowledge. There was a time where BTS was like played on the radio in my city, and I was losing my shit.
And they still put a smile on their face, and they're incredibly hardworking. I think that's really aside from the music being good, it's the work ethic that's going to take it.
I completely agree with this guy.
They're going to break out in a huge way this year.
Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth, 18.
Then what happened? Kevin's prediction came true.
18 SB19. Congratulations.
This song was on the next level. It showcased Pablo's songwriting skills, Ken's dance moves and unique sound,
oh my god,
Stell's heavenly voice and choreography,
oh my
the
geez.
most iconic rap verse in all of P-pop by Josh, and Justin's brilliant mind, which created a spectacle no one has ever seen in the country. It became the fastest P-pop music video to reach 1 million views in just 16 hours.
Wow!
SB19 sent shockwaves that reminded people of what they are capable of.
Meron na akong natanaw na ko ang ilang music video nga what na-encourage ko.
The world got inspired, so it responded with a giant wave of appreciation.
Gusto ko rin ipagmalaki yung SB19 talaga.
SB19.
Yung last video nila, yung what?
Uy, maganda yun.
Ang ganda ng video, di ba?
Ang gagaling, grabe. Grabe. I think, doon mo rin naman makikita na hindi mo pwedeng pulaan ng isang tao na nag-prepare.
Absolutely.
Hanggang sa makakita siya ng opportunity para gamitin yung preparation na yun. Walang pinagkaiba yan kay Manny Pacquiao na nag-train sobrang galing, pagpasok niya ng ring, knockout yung kalaban. Walang difference yan. Lalo ko na-appreciate ang isang artist na alam kong pwedeng magyabang pero hindi nagyayabang.
This was also the time when I found them. Their music made a difference in my life. It gave people happiness. Their music inspired us to become a better version of ourselves despite our imperfections. SB19 taught us not to only raise our own flag, but to wave it proudly.
Wow.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm sorry, Pinuno, but you gotta hang in there till the next episode, okay?
Damn, I'm really loving SB19's story. They are so special, and I love them. Alright, I will be back with 4 or 5, and there's also an episode 0 and episode 6. So tell me, guys, should I react to those? Because I know 4 and 5. People have told me 4 and 5, but no one's mentioned 6 or episode 0. Just let me know. But that was my reaction to these. I fucking love this. Again, thank you so much, Chuck. I was gonna call him Josh. Oh, but thank you so much, Chuck. I sincerely appreciate this, and I really appreciate you guys, 18, asking me to react to SB19's story and just coming in and enjoying my reactions and enjoying my journey. I am so excited to dive into SB19. I will see you with the other episodes. Bye, everyone.